Something relatively shocking happened this week. Now, this is whether or not you're in a suburb of Chicago, you should be aware of it, because I'm sure that's happening really across the country. The left-leaning group called MoveOn.org is holding meetings in actually one of the most conservative neighborhoods in the country, in a suburb of Chicago out here in the western suburbs called Downers Grove. As you may know, MoveOn.org was started in 1998 as an email group by computer entrepreneurs Joan Blades and Wes Boyd. Since then, they have raised millions of dollars for many Democratic candidates. They claim a membership of 5.2 million, and they endorsed and supported very heavily the campaign of Barack Obama. This week, I received an email from MoveOn.org inviting me to join them at a meeting they are holding actually right in my own backyard in Downers Grove, called Big Meeting on Thursday to take on corporate lobbyists. Now, they sound like a real activist group, and they're trying to do it for your benefit. But this week, they're doing something so hypocritical, it's actually kind of comical. In their own words, as the email read, they said, "We've kicked off a massive effort to make democracy work for the 98% of us who don't have corporate lobbyists in Washington, D.C." And they go on, big insurance, Wall Street, and big oil have expensive lobbyists working every day to kill progressive reforms. And we've had enough. We're going to meet up to plan how we will put a stop to corporate corruption and elect leaders who will work for us here in Illinois. Well, the fact is, they don't have to even leave Washington to make that happen. Did you know that there are 51 former lobbyists in Obama's cabinet alone, and high-level White House officials? These are appointed by President Obama. Now, there's, of course, Mark Holder, our Attorney General, and Tom Vilsack, the Secretary of Agriculture, just for starters, along with the scrolling list that you can see on the screen. Obama, frankly, has made a mockery of his so-called lobbyist ban, and all MoveOn.org needs to do is look in their own backyard to try to lessen lobbyist influence on Washington. You should also know that MoveOn.org claimed really they're largely financed by multimillionaires like George Soros, who gave $1.46 million. Peter Lewis, the chief executive of the Progressive Corporation, what an ironic name that is, who gave $500,000. And even Linda Pritzker of the Hyatt family, who according to our records, actually gave $4 million. These are people who actually benefit from lobbyist efforts. What a bunch of hypocrites. Well, there's also another troubling detail, too, that's revealed in the email, and that is where MoveOn.org is actually going to hold their meeting on June 24th, this Thursday, at the Downers Grove Public Library. I wonder if this is legal. I mean, to use public property for such political meetings. And what's amazing is they're not the only ones. There's a Democratic organization using that's public space in the same village. They're called actually the Downers Grove Township Democratic Organization. Meets in the local Board of Education building monthly. Now, again, I wonder if this is legal, and if there are any attorneys out there who would like to let us know, please do so. And they're oftentimes, unfortunately, they're also leaving their literature behind in the hallway to recruit new members. What's my point? Well, besides Obama not living up to his campaign promises for transparency and not doing politics as usual, and trying to lessen lobbyists' influence on Washington, you actually have left-leaning organizations that should work on Washington if they really want change. We can only hope. If we want change, we must always know what the opposition is doing and start working smarter and harder than ever as we reverse the trend in 2010.